Last week we visited Montreal, what some consider to be the best food city in Canada.
But I think Toronto would have something to say about that. Toronto is the most diverse city in Canada, so you can find incredible food here from so many cultures.
We're Kristin and Will, and today we'll be showing you 10 can't miss foods in Toronto. We've got to start with the Toronto classics, which is why we came to St. Lawrence Market and Carousel Bakery to get the Peameal bacon sandwich. Their version is super simple. It's just Peameal bacon on a Kaiser roll with honey mustard. Toronto used to be home to the largest pork meat packing plant in Canada, which is where it got the nickname Hogtown. And in 2018, this was named the city's official food, which is kind of funny because it's not really something that you find all over town. I'm not really sure locals eat it very often. Let's give it a try. That is surprisingly good for such a simple sandwich. First of all, the roll tastes super fresh. It's nice and warm. And the honey mustard is so honey forward, it really adds like a nice little sweetness there. The Peameal bacon is really interesting. It's a lot more lean than normal bacon, even more lean than like Canadian bacon. It's not really quite ham either. I feel like this would make a killer breakfast sandwich with egg and cheese, but even without it, it's still really good. Much better than I expected, to be honest, for just a sandwich that's basically bacon.
Yeah, that has a pretty strong honey mustard flavor. I love honey mustard, so I'm not complaining. Honestly, I'm surprised more people don't eat this for breakfast. We're staying at Carousel Bakery for our next item, the butter tart. We were told to go to Bon Noi. Apparently they have the best one in Toronto, so if you're in the area, I would try that, but unfortunately they were closed. This is basically just a Canadian pastry made with butter, sugar, eggs, and syrup. Wow. That is really sweet and really buttery. As I kept eating it, it just kept getting sweeter and sweeter. It's crazy. It has a really strong like brown sugar flavor, but it's wrapped in this really delicious, flaky, buttery pastry tart, and I kind of like how it gives that little bit of crunch.
Ooh. Oh, this is good. If this is this good, I really want to know what the Bon Noi one tastes like. My gosh. If we weren't having 8 more things after this, I would definitely need one of these for myself. The St. Lawrence Market is a huge food hall here in downtown Toronto. In 2012, National Geographic named it the best food market in the entire world. We probably could have saved ourselves a lot of walking today and just filmed our entire video here. There really is something for everyone.
This next item is one of those things you can only get from a melting pot city like Toronto, Sushi Pizza. It was invented right here at Nami Restaurant in 1993, and it's crispy rice, salmon sashimi, spicy mayo, flying fish roe, and green onions. It is so cute, cut in little triangles, just like a pizza. It is absolutely unbelievable, 10 out of 10. I love how the crispy rice is a little crunchy, the salmon is so fresh, and I love the little spicy kick you get from the spicy mayo. I'm obsessed, it's so good.
Obviously, Sushi Pizza is not exactly the most traditional Japanese food that you can get, but they actually have a lot more traditional options on the menu. So if you want to come here and try something else, there are plenty of really good looking things that you can get. Also, this restaurant is spectacularly themed. The main dining area is gorgeous, and they have a beautiful traditional horigatatsu in the back. It is really good. Maybe not quite as life-changing as Kristin made it out to seem, but the salmon is super fresh. There is a literal ton of this flying fish roe on top, and the rice isn't overly fried. It's fried just enough that it's like a little bit crispy and it's that nice like texture, kind of like a tempura. I would love to come back here and try a whole lot more than just this, but this is definitely really good. We are headed to our next spot with just a couple quick things. First of all, the waitstaff at Nami was the nicest I've ever had in my entire life. I would highly, highly recommend that place. We absolutely loved it. Second of all, we are walking to every one of the locations on this list today, which just shows that it can be done, but it is a little daunting. It's about 9,000 meters in total, which is about 5.5 miles. So we will be definitely burning a few calories along the way. This is another cultural fusion that I am so excited about. We are at Yo Viet Eatery, a Vietnamese restaurant for their Photine. It's a Vietnamese take on the classic Canadian dish poutine with grilled faux spiced beef, fries, faux gravy, cheese, basil, and crispy shallots. It looks amazing and it smells even better. Let's give it a try.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that cheese pull. That is unbelievable. It is the perfect blending of flavors between the meatiness of the broth and the beef on top. The fries just soak up all of that sauce, and the cheese, wow.
I just want to take a second to appreciate the ambiance in here. It is beautiful. I love the lanterns hanging from the ceiling, the texture on the concrete wall, the bike hanging from the wall. All right, let's try this poutine. I cannot get over the cheese pulls every time. There is so much cheese in here and it looks so nice and flavorful with all the onions. This is incredible. The meat is so tender and so flavorful. I love the way they marinated it. It almost seems like they put it in soy sauce or something, and it is so good. I also really love the faux broth instead of that thick gravy. I mean, I love poutine as it is as well, but there's just something lighter about this that seems like a little bit healthier. Got like a little onion flavor, a little bit of a kick. It's so, so good. One thing you might not know about Toronto is how big their Jamaican population is here, and we were told we had to try Jamaican patties. Golden Patty is supposed to be the very best in Toronto, and we're trying their spicy beef and what's supposed to be the very, very best curry goat. I'm gonna start with this one. That's spicy. Oh my goodness. Also apologize for the noise. I'm not really sure what's going on behind me. It just sounds like jets are taking off one after the next. We're just gonna roll with it. This is really spicy. It's good, but I'm guessing this is a spicy beef. I kind of taste some turmeric, cumin, and I feel like this is great for like the late fall, early winter. It's really savory. All right, now let's try the next one. This is the curry goat, and it's just, okay. I can't, like how many fighter jets are gonna fly over our head right now? This is the curry goat, and that goat meat is so flavorful. I love how you can see the spices and the vegetables in there. This one also seems like it's packed with those delicious spices, but it's wrapped in more of a mild pastry. And I really like how that mild pastry kind of cuts through the spices, and it's just a really great compliment.
We made it to our next stop, Tokyo Hot Fried Chicken, for their Tokyo Hot Fried Chicken sandwich. It's a Japanese and Nashville fusion born right here in Toronto. It comes with sesame soy sauce, spicy mayo, wasabi mayo, green onions, ginger slaw, and pickles, and it looks amazing. There is a huge piece of crispy chicken on here. The bread is so fluffy. It's the perfect crispiness. You just immediately get that crisp when you bite into it, but the bread is so soft. Wow, that sauce is the perfect spiciness. Like it just hits the back of your throat a little bit, but it's not too much. It is so, so good.
I cannot wait to try this, but before I do, I just want to talk about the ambiance really quick. Tokyo Hot Fried Chicken is located in the back of the swanky cocktail bar called Bar Serene. It's kind of like a ghost kitchen situation, but what's really cool is you can dine in Bar Serene even when they're closed. So they do mostly takeout, but we've really been enjoying sitting in the bar. There's no one in here, so it's nice and quiet, and I really like the vibe. Wow, that is incredible. It definitely has a little bit of a kick, but I love how crunchy the chicken is, and then it's so moist on the inside, and the bun seems so fresh, and it adds like a little bit of sweetness. It kind of has this like sweet, spicy profile that I really like, and the texture combination is unreal. I love how like soft the bun is and then how crunchy the chicken is. It's got nice coleslaw on there as well. The sauces are amazing. I wish we could try more. From one sandwich to another, next up is California sandwiches for their Veal Sandwich. This thing literally feels like it weighs 10 pounds. It's so heavy. California Sandwiches is a local chain. It started in Toronto's Little Italy in 1967. I'm not really sure how veal sandwiches became such a staple in Toronto, but It looks delicious, so I'm excited to try it. I cannot get over how massive this thing is. There's gotta be like 5 layers of meat in here. I think it's just veal cutlet and marinara sauce on a Kaiser roll. I was kind of expecting this to taste like a chicken parm sandwich, but it doesn't really. The meat is so nice and tender. The way it's breaded gives it a little bit of a crunch. I like how the Kaiser roll kind of soaks up all that extra marinara. And the marinara is really flavorful. We ordered it medium. The person at the front counter asked if we wanted it mild, medium, or hot, and recommended we get it medium. I would say it's the perfect amount of spice. Like, it adds a little extra, but it's not too spicy.
The meat has a lot of flavor. It's nice and crispy. It's just a simple, hearty sandwich, so what's not to like? If you're searching for foods to try in Toronto, you've probably come across Roti. And there are actually 2 pretty distinct styles here, Caribbean and Indian. We opted to try Roti Mahal, a North Indian style roti, and went with the butter chicken. The owner told us that this was the best and most popular, so let's give it a go. That meat is unbelievably tender. It just disintegrates in your mouth. You can tell it's been marinating for a long time. There's just nice hints of tomato and cinnamon and cumin and like a good punch of ginger. It's not too spicy. We ordered it medium, which was probably a good call. We did get this guava juice just in case it was going to be really hot, but I think medium was probably perfect for us. It definitely has a bit of spice, but it's not overwhelming or anything.
Wow, that's incredible. The chicken really does melt in your mouth, and I love all those fresh spices and vegetables. The sauce is so nice and creamy. I got some cumin, some turmeric, and the roti is just a perfect cradle. It seems so fresh and has hints of garlic and a little bit of smokiness. So good. They also gave us these little cups of mango. That's so much creamier and sweeter than I was expecting. That's delicious. Maybe something we tried today surprised you. Hopefully it did. This surprised us. Hawaiian pizza was invented just outside of Toronto. The original pizzeria is a little far away. It's a few hours outside of the main city center. So we decided on this neighborhood hotspot instead, Pizzeria Battiali. They don't have a traditional Hawaiian pizza, but they do have this capicola and pineapple, which hopefully is pretty close, I would assume so. Nice and charred on the bottom.
Zero flop.
Zero flop. Wow. The pineapple adds such a nice sweetness. It's always strange to me to think of eating pineapples with tomato sauce. It just doesn't go at all, but it really works very nicely. They somehow complement each other on the pizza, and the capicola adds this little bit of saltiness. It's nice and fatty and flavorful. It kind of has hints of paprika. Delicious.
Pizzeria Battiali is really such an adorable store. It's like a neighborhood corner shop in the West Village. It is so cute, and the line, clearly we did discover this place. The line wrapped around the block. It was like half an hour wait for the pizza. What I found pretty interesting is it's one of the only slice shops that I could find in town. A lot of places have pizza, obviously, but most of them you have to order by the pie. Let's give this a try. To be honest, I'm not typically a Hawaiian pizza fan. I kind of just wanted to include this on the list because I thought that this was such an interesting fact. Like, who would have thought Hawaiian pizza was from Toronto? But I would say that this one is done really well. The pineapple is not overpowering at all. They're super thinly sliced, and it just pairs so nicely with the ham. The ham is salty, it's fatty, it's flavorful. If I was being as strict as Dave, I'd say it's probably like a high 7. It is really good. I like it a lot.
This line is very long. Last but certainly not least, we needed an incredible dessert as good as all the food we've had today, and Bang Bang Ice Cream is supposed to be the spot. This little bake shop makes the most incredible looking ice cream sandwiches, and you can get all sorts of different flavors in between some pretty insane freshly baked cookies and pastries. So we got a cinnamon bun sandwich, and in between the cinnamon bun, like in the swirl, they put banana pudding custard. It looks so good. The icing is all melty, and the cinnamon bun is like soaking up all that ice cream. I think I might just have to go in with my hands at this point. Wow. That is incredible. It's way more banana-y than I was expecting, but it is such a good complement with the cinnamon bun. It kind of just like melts in with that icing and the cinnamon flavor and the soft breadiness of the pastry. It is absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness. Seriously, the perfect way to end the day.
That was some day of eating. I really hope you guys enjoyed tagging along with us around Toronto. We had an amazing day. If there are any places that you know about that we missed, definitely let us know. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.